Spitwads, this winter, it's time to update your daily routine with Bespoke Post and their new seasonal lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collections. I kind of like it when something is just named the way it is, like awesome. It's a box of awesome things. And so we've been big fans of Bespoke Post for quite a while. We've gotten some incredible items, and you've got to check it out because no matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered, from winter cocktails to cozy threads to camping gear essentials. We got this little indoor marshmallow cooker, fire that you can just pour a little alcohol into the middle of this little beautiful concrete container and then cook and roast a marshmallow inside or outside or anywhere. It was so cool. Box of Awesome has a collection for every part of life. They release new boxes every single month across a ton of different categories. It is free to sign up. You can skip a month and cancel anytime, and each box is $45, and yet you get $70 worth of gear. So that's the whole awesome part. You get double the amount of gear than what you pay for. So you're also supporting small businesses from around the country. 90% of everything that comes in the Box of Awesome is from a small up-and-coming brand, and you can get 20% off your first month, your first box, when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code BALLERS at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code BALLERS for 20% off your first box. And Spitwads, today's spit hit, well, you're going to love it. You're going to like it. You're going to love it. You're going to want to participate in all of the stress-relieving activities that we draft at the end of the show. We dive into some great questions like we always do. And, we play some Would You Rather and play along with us. So make sure you subscribe, tell your friends, and enjoy this spit hit.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
I'm going slow, I'm bringing soul. Today's all about relaxing out there, so welcome into the show.
Oh,
we're
my
gonna
goodness.
take your stress away on this happy Monday.
Oh, boy, I'm afraid. What is happening? It is a relaxing show. You'll find out why in a little bit. Mike is here.
Oh, my goodness.
How did you process that whole introduction, Mike?
Look, him vibing, eyes closed, shaking the head back and forth. I didn't know where it was going because we had talked about this. That like a true scat is just you're feeling it. So
You're just in the moment.
look, the man was trying to feel it, and I'm not sure what he felt.
But I felt it, and that's
he felt
all
it.
that matters. I was there in the moment. You know what's given me great hope during these introductory scats is knowing what the draft is. I'm basically trying to scat my draft.
Well, that's good. I was wondering, is your happiest moment each and every time that you just finished your scat, knowing that is the furthest away from your next scat that you could be?
Yes.
Like
honestly,
right now, you're as far from a scat as a person gets.
He's peaking right now.
No, actually, you're wrong. Because I'm going to be honest here. That would be just going along with the joke. That's great. But the truth is, it's always the beginning of the following episode. When it's your scat, Andy, that's when I'm the most happy.
So my scat makes a lot of people happy. Let's be honest.
Badingy.
Welcome to the Spitballers Podcast. Andy, Mike, and Jason back with you for another spectacularly relaxing episode. Would you rather? That's a great question. And a wonderful draft that Al Borland himself has selected for us. Al, how are you doing?
Doing great. Just happy to be here.
That's good. Well, that's good. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We appreciate all the reviews, all the support from the Spitwads out there. Spitballerspod.com is the website. Let's do some Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
All right, first Would You Rather question comes in from Cullen on the website. Would you rather have an infinite fridge or an infinite gas tank / battery? So this is trying to apply to you Tesla folks out there that never
I
have
feel
to
like
charge.
Owl Borland put the EV battery
You caught me.
slash
He
in
absolutely.
there just
yeah.
for
I definitely added that.
because Jason's always skirting the rules. Well, I have a battery.
That's true. Infinite fridge, though. I mean, battery or not. I mean, I've been on road trips with you guys and with Jason's Tesla, and autopilot's great and all, but we had to stop 2 times. I mean, a 2-time stop on the way back from San Diego.
It's no joke. You got to
wasn't
do
a
it.
great. And it kind of charged slowly on both of them, and we were
Now
there
you
for
remember
like an
that
hour.
trip, right? You remember it clearly.
Yeah.
Now, was that more or less than 1 month ago?
More
More or less than 3 months ago?
More
or less than 6 months? Let's say, was it about a year ago?
Yes.
Was it more or less than a day since you've gone to your fridge and eaten? Which more or less? Have you been there today?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
So, okay, I've got to charge twice whenever I take a trip to California. Oh no! But my fridge is fully stocked with all the things I love.
Well, it doesn't say that it's fully stocked. It's just saying you could put infinite amounts of food in it. That's how I'm taking.
Oh, that's a
it.
big difference. Okay, that's
Al,
this-
will you clarify
this is
for
space.
us?
This is space to me.
I read that as like fully stocked. Like if you pull something out, it replenishes.
Well, then this question is stupid.
Yes, it is, because we're hungry boys.
Would you rather have and if it's infinite, that means like any food you want is inside the fridge, and it's not the struggle that I'm pulling up with every single meal of my life where you open the fridge and go,
Okay, let me modify it. I'm going to modify it for you, okay? I've got a good modifier.
hold on, let me look in the freezer.
Here's the modification. It's the exact same question, except for every time you open the fridge, you got to open 5 padlocks.
Keys or numeric?
No, combinations. 5
Combination
combinations.
locks? All right.
Mhm.
Okay, combinations where you're rolling the things to where it says 555, or the combinations where you've got to twist
No.
the
The
thing.
555, but it all gets completely
thank
randomized,
goodness.
and you got to do 5 of them each time. So you got unlimited food,
Just
but it
takes
is a
some
bit
work.
of work. I mean, you got to go through
Now,
5
I'll
padlocks,
be
and you got to
hon-
reseal them after you're done.
Here's the thing, Andy. If I chose the infinity fridge, which of course I will,
You leave
need
the door
those
open?
I need those padlocks on it for my own good. Okay, so this isn't just I'm bored, what's in the fridge? Because when I open that thing, I'm gonna find everything's in the fridge. I need to know.
You need
I'm
the
really
padlocks.
hungry. I need the padlocks. So really, you've just made it better for
Now
me.
he's definitely choosing the fridge.
Picturing Jason walking up to the fridge like, "Bap, bap, 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 bap." Oh yeah, dang it.
He walks
I will
back to the
probably walk away 9 out of 10 times
How
I
many-
walk up to the fridge.
How many
Honest
times do you
to
get
goodness.
through 2 or 3 padlocks and then give up?
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I would give up the second that I missed one of the padlocks, and this is why I'm very happy that it's like the 555.
Oh, versus
padlock,
the right,
'cause
left, right.
If it was one of those turny guys where you got to hit the right number, go and turn the other direction, pass it, and then hit, because you never know if you hit the right number until you
guys-
pull that thing down. You're
That's
like,
grade school.
Yeah, that's
padlock.
what we need to talk about this. Like, what is your experience with the old school twist? Like owl. Okay, man among men here, Owl
Yeah.
Borland. What are those locks called?
I don't know.
Oh,
Rotary
what an
combination locks
idiot.
would be my guess, but I
You
don't
should
know.
have said that, and I would have believed you if you had just come in with confidence. But did you guys? So you had one of those at some point in your life, right?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
high school lockers. That was what was on it.
And I'm right. They are called rotary combination locks.
Yeah. So
Oh man,
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
he
See, I'm not
redeemed
going to
himself.
look. I'm believing you.
Yeah, rotary
He's right.
combination lock is the number one.
All right,
Wikipedia
fair enough.
result.
So, okay, so my only experience was the junior high lockers, because my high school we didn't have lockers. We were banned from having said lockers. We didn't have lockers. We didn't have open campus. It was
Just
really
it was just
I believe that was called
a cell
prison.
and bars. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, what
Mike,
was
did
your
you go to-
experience with the
Mike had a
rotary?
totally different path.
I didn't go to school.
No, he was
No, I
in
didn't.
juvie.
Like, it was a different place, man. We had our textbooks inside the classrooms, and they're just so because of that there was no need for lockers.
We had lockers, and I remember being a freshman and being disproportionately embarrassed and worried that I wouldn't be able to get my locker open. I'd be the idiot trying, like Jason's saying, trying 30 times on the lock and then walking away like I meant to do that. That's what the fear was as a freshman. No, I didn't really want it open. I changed my mind. No, you didn't, freshman.
I'll be honest. If you put the rotary locks on the fridge, I probably would choose the unlimited
car?
vehicle gas battery situation because I am not good at those rotary combination locks. And I always feel the numbers are so small. It's like
Jason's
I'm
really
supposed to go to 27.
we're tapping into something here.
We are.
You know, and then you forget like, oh wait, did I pass it?
You're the kind of guy,
Especially
though,
when
that
you're on
wouldn't-
lock 4. You know, you're like, oh
well,
man.
if you're on lock 4, you don't have to start over.
Yeah, it's okay.
They're
No,
already
but
off.
you're gonna forget as you're going back the other way. Wait, did I pass 27? Do I need to pass 27?
You
And then you got to do the
start it
re-swipe
all
it like
over.
3 or 4 times.
Did I turn it enough to reset it? Who knows?
If the gas tanks were like 50 or 100 miles on a tank, then it would change the question too. But I think we're all gonna go infinite fridge here, are we not?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're going infinite
sure.
fridge.
Billy
I
from
told you
Twitter.
this question was dumb.
It was easy. Billy from Twitter, would you rather only be able to play single player video games or only be able to play multiplayer video games? Another dumb question. Multiplayer.
Oh,
final
another
answer.
dumb question. Single player. Final question. This is so easy. This is actually really an insight into who we are as people. Because for me,
I'm friendly and social. You're kind of more of like a hobbit in like a little room by yourself.
nailed it. I mean, that's perfect. No, but the truth is, I don't like playing multiplayer games. I don't enjoy it.
It's
nearly
pressure
as
for
much.
you, isn't
yeah,
it?
why
It's
is
pressure.
that, Jason?
It's 100% pressure because I suck at shooting games. And when you say multiplayer games, what you're really saying in our demographic and our age range is shooting games. First-person shooters
That's
and going into
sports
some battle
sports games?
royale. Man, it's been a long time since I played a sports game. I used to be
MMOs,
good.
man. Live
See,
that
I'm
wild
fine with-
life.
I'm
Back to
fine with
Azeroth.
MMOs.
Let's go.
Dragon flights.
But even when I played MMOs, I just don't want to be in a party because I don't want to let people down. So
You
I'm just
like
like
going-
out there on my own.
let me explain for Jason because I know a few things about you.
Okay,
One,
all right.
you want to go at whatever pace you want to go at.
Yes.
So no pressure. Number two, you want to set the difficulty level at the easiest.
Soup's easy.
So soup's easy.
That's
Now,
right.
it's funny. I only like multiplayer games because for whatever reason, my mental justification for video games is, am I wasting my time? And if I play a multiplayer game, I automatically believe that I am socializing and not wasting my time.
It's true.
And so that's why I only like multiplayer games.
Now, Andy, like let's go back. Let's go back to
Yes,
Azeroth.
let's do it.
Do you have people in your life that you, at one point or another, you considered them a friend? And this is a person that you have never physically seen in your life.
Yeah.
Because
back
I
around
have
like
so
15
many
years
of
ago.
them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
World of Warcraft was a multiplayer game that it was so immersive, and you get on every day and you just see your friends list, and certain people that were part of your group were online at the same time, and you just play with them, and then you built memories in the game with them. I'm
It's
not
so
proud of it,
weird.
but it's true. It's 100%
Proud
true.
of it.
I've probably returned to that game 2 or 3 times just to like have nostalgia.
It is wild, man. Like I'm not kidding. I've had many friends who people I consider friends because I talked to them so much. We would get on voice chat, so it wasn't just text
Oh,
letters.
so not just in the game. You met in the game and you expanded to outside
Yes.
the game.
Well, outside of the game, sort of, because I still
Who knows what they look like?
like I have no idea what this person looks like, but I can tell you that their online handle was Shizzy, and he was a dude who lived in Philadelphia, and he liked to get into fights, like when he was
This
not
is
on the
Ready
computer.
Player One. This is you're in the Oasis.
It is full on Ready Player One, and also when is the Oasis going to be ready for me? Because
I've been waiting.
I'm ready to go
Well,
in.
and when you say the Oasis, you're saying from Ready Player One, the
Yes.
kind of virtual environment that's in
Yes.
the game. What's weird to me
I'm
is
young again.
to have the philosophical discussion briefly. Every new technology scares the parents of that generation. for forever. If it's the TV, if it's the VCR in the
Sure.
movies,
Sure.
if it's
I get it.
video games, the Atari, if it's and then
Social
MMOs.
media.
Yeah, whatever it is, it scares them because, like anything in life, there's a good and a bad probably to whatever activity you're doing. But I look back at those World of Warcraft days or the MMO days, and people were terrified. And I certainly saw people that like lived inside of their room and like probably went to the
Guilty.
bathroom inside of that room and did not see the sunlight and did not have real relationships outside of it. But like Mike's talking about all these good attributes and these good memories he has too. When you look back at that time, Mike, do you think you were happy that you did it, or would you rather blot it out of your entire existence?
I am very, very happy with those. Like, I love those memories. Now, if I could fill those 2
If you
years
could get
with
340 days of your life back.
like if I could advance my life for a couple years, I mean, I guess I would probably choose that. But
You would advance your life a couple years so that you could eventually just play some video
yeah,
games.
so I
for a
could go
couple
back.
years. Oh, it's funny.
So I can
man.
retire earlier, and
so
then
you
I
could
can
play some games.
But then I'm the
yeah.
weird old guy who's like, "Hey guys."
Not in the Oasis. They won't know your age, Mike.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's true. They'll have voice manipulators.
All right, Carter from Patreon. Mike, if you had to vote though, single or multi? Because I didn't get your final answer.
So I
Think
was going
about
to say
Red Dead.
the
Think
other
about Final
problem-
Fantasy.
No. And I'm in.
Red Dead's a good counter argument to multiplayer.
Well, and it's like I don't know when this podcast is going to come out, but I'm in Last of Us 2, and oh my, like my mind is blown every single time I jump into that game. I care about the people inside of this game more than I care about my family right now. Like these like, Ellie, she's my girl, man. I gotta make sure she's taken care of. The problem is, like, for Andy and I, we want to play multiplayer games together all the time, but our schedules just never match up where Andy's available at hours when I am not. So so like I'll come in, I'll finally get the headset on. I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm ready." And they're like, "Cool, this is our last game." I'm like, "Oh, sweet."
It is harder to connect for multiplayer at that
So
point.
I'm probably taking the single player game.
Nice.
All right, Carter from Patreon, would you rather talk like Mickey Mouse whenever you're in a good mood or talk like Donald Duck whenever you're in a bad mood?
Oh man, I feel like that's a win because
It
when you're,
really is.
I can't understand Donald Duck. Can you understand Donald? You know what I mean? Like I have
So it's
no idea
better
what
for
that.
your like marriage if when you're in a bad mood, your wife
When I'm
just
in a
can't
bad mood-
understand you?
If I'm just mumbling every, it's like okay, yeah. I mean that seems way better, but it does make sense.
You would
Because you
never
got the
be
high
taken
pitch,
seriously in your bad moods. Like if you had something important to say, like I'm sure your kids have gotten you in a bad mood before. Now go sit down, Jason, and have a heart-to-heart with one of your kids about something they did when you're in a bad mood. No, let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Here's the thing, though. My heart-to-hearts with the kid come after the bad mood is gone. You know what I mean? Like once I've calmed down and relaxed.
Once you put the door back on the hinges. Got it.
Exactly. Then I can sit down and have a good conversation. I'm sure I can scare my children as.
But
Donald
are you
Duck.
in a good mood in that follow-up conversation? Would you classify it as a good mood?
No, that's those great heart-to-hearts are always that neutral in the middle.
We don't have a
I'm not
neutral
happy.
voice. What's your neutral voice here, Al? We need another character for the. Is it Pluto?
I don't even know what Pluto
Let's go
sounds like.
Goofy.
Give us that example, Mike.
you go.
Goofy for. Now listen.
This is not good either way.
All right.
I mean,
Mickey Mouse is. That's
terrible,
not a
terrible.
That's not a good voice, man.
Oh, the Mickey Mouse voice is not okay.
I can't even
And
do it.
Look, if you knew that when you were angry, I know the negative qualities that happen when I get angry. But if my voice turned into Donald Duck and I could not stop it,
You'd be angrier at the voice.
well, I feel like the self-centering would take a new level of like, I'm the Hulk now. I cannot get angry because if I get angry, I am just like the embarrassment I am about to feel right now as I transform into Donald Duck. I'm sure your pants just rip off, and you're left with just your shirt.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you're
it
Donald
like
Duck.
Donald
it turns
Duck,
into
yeah.
a sailor shirt.
The funny part is, you know how your significant other asks you, like sometimes they say like, "Are you okay?" Or like, "Is
And,
everything all
you're
right?"
able to mask it a little
And
bit.
you could mask it in real life. In this case, you'd be like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but on the flip side, do you like when everyone in the room, you walk into a room and you kind of know that nobody likes you? Are you in a good mood?
Yeah,
I would
I'm fine with
assume
it. I'm fine with that.
you're fine with it, because I would assume
Mike's always fine with it.
that nobody would want to hear your Mickey Mouse voice, and you would annoy everyone, and so
Yeah,
your good
surprise
mood
party.
would never happen. You know what I mean? You're well, hi there, wifey, and then she
I
just
hate
walks
you
away.
so much.
Yeah, now they're Donald Duck because you sound like Mickey Mouse.
I think I gotta choose Donald Duck here.
Yep.
It's gonna keep
that's
me
gonna
away from being angry.
It'll diffuse situations. If you are angry, no one's going to understand. You're going to look like an idiot, and apparently, you're going to have no pants on.
Yeah, and if I say
Well, you're
something
Donald
that I
Duck
could
in it.
regret, nobody knows.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into some questions. Hey, Spitwads. Guess who's back supporting the show? It's Paint Your Life. What are they all about? Making new memories in a new world. In fact, I'll be honest with you. The first time I heard about this, I was like, okay, whatever. That seems cool. No, Paint Your Life is incredible because what they do is they take your memories and they turn them into art that lasts forever. We've done this several times. We recently did this in charcoal with the three of us. Yeah, we need to let people know who's boss around the studio. We did it in charcoal. It looks incredible because they take your pictures, or maybe you got vacation memories. Maybe you got family members that you want to celebrate. Whatever it is, birthday, anniversary, wedding, this is the kind of gift that you give people, and then they're like, oh my gosh, how did you think of that? Because it's not some routine gift card. It's a real painting painted by a real person. It's a really meaningful gift, and you have all types of mediums. You get a professional hand-painted portrait. You can create it from any photo. It's at an affordable price. You can combine photos of people and places. I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of the coolest things you can do. If you have, family members and you got different pictures and you want to put them together and make something special for your mom, your dad, your friend, whatever the case may be, it's really, really cool. You've got to check it out. It's the perfect birthday, anniversary, wedding gift. It's meaningful. It's personal. It will be cherished forever. And our experience has been great. So you've got to check it out. At paintyourlife.com, there is no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, you can get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word artist to 64,000. That's artist to 64,000. Text artist to 64,000. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Terms apply. Available at paintyourlife.com/terms. Again, text artist to 64,000.
That's a great question.
Francisco from Patreon has a wonderful
Ooh, that's fun
question
to
for
say.
us. Francisco from Patreon says, without using numbers, how tall are you?
Oh, that's a good. Oh man,
How
my
tall are you?
first thought was to go into how they measure horses by hands, but
But
then
you
you
can't
have to
use that.
say a number. You'd have to
Yeah,
say like
that's
I'm
not
11
really-
hands.
So
How
describe your
tall am I?
height to somebody real quick.
Oh my
Now I go to
goodness.
percentages. Now I think like a fraction, which I still can't use.
You can't
Yeah,
do
you
that.
can't even
like
say
I'm,
like
I'm
a chair and a
4/6
half,
of a
can you?
doorway. No, you can't do that at all.
How
So
tall
you-
is a stop sign?
Oh wait, I'm guessing it's an octagon, so it's got to be 8 feet.
Is there anything that's exact? It's got to be 8 feet.
I think that's
Yeah,
law.
anything that's a certain shape is a certain height.
Oh, nicely done.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
So
What?
the problem is if you say a stop sign, so you're really trying to find an object exactly your
You
height.
have to find one. You have to find. Well, no, because I could say half. If I find it
Well, I
double,
just did.
No,
I
no,
just
no, no.
said a
No,
chair and a
half is-
half. And you said you can't say a chair and a half.
but what
So
if
if you
I'm
say half
spelling
of
it
a-
out in my mind? I'm not going 1/2. I'm going HALF.
But it stands for 1/2.
Ah man,
It's
this
the
is
word
tough.
version.
How do you describe your height?
So, Okay, if you stood up a king mattress,
Yeah.
Okay.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's taller
That's
than
a good
you.
one.
That's taller than you. Your feet aren't about to hang off the edge of the king
Look,
mattress. But at
you
least
let
it
the king
sounds good.
mattresses talk over here, Mr. Twin Mattress.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
I feel like I am like a young orange tree.
A young orange tree.
Yeah, like I'm a first fruit season of an orange tree.
My God.
That's about my height.
Yeah, the police
You
officer
said-
looking
but
for
here's
you is
the
going to
problem,
find you
Jason.
there.
Oh, I said first.
In that statement, did you say a number?
Dang it, this is impossible.
If you stood in a pool and then the water was right at the top of your head,
Oh,
that's
the
about how
deep end.
That's about how
The
tall
deep
I
end.
am.
You're like, I'm the deep end.
I'm the deep end.
yeah,
How tall was the officer? About the deep end of a pool.
Wait, he was 9.5 feet. that dude's outstandingly tall. No,
I didn't
you
say a
got.
diving pool. Just
Sir,
a
how
regular
deep
pool.
is your pool?
There's no
Oh, okay.
deep end in a play pool. You don't call it the deep end. A deep end is only in a diving pool. So you got to
Well, now we're
say
just in a different discussion, Jason.
Yeah, you've never
thanks.
been in my pool, man.
which. I
Classic-
mean, where's my invite, Mike?
Classic argument
I
from
think we know where it is.
from a baby fruit tree argument right there.
Yeah, I'm a baby fruit tree.
He's a baby fruit.
I think that works.
It's just the most ridiculous description
Mike-
of a person I've ever heard.
Mike's a king mattress, stood
Yeah.
up. I'm a young orange tree.
A young, handsome
A
orange
young,
tree.
handsome orange
Very
tree.
vigorous.
Bearing so much fruit.
Just so bountiful.
Oh, my juice is sweet,
It's loose.
pulpy.
You have
So-
pulpy juice, yes. And I'm the deep end, so we're moving
You're the
forward.
deep end.
Are there any of these that are your favorite descriptor there, Al?
I really enjoyed Jason painting that very unclear picture.
Thank you. Sam from Twitter, if the supermarket was a video game, another
Oh,
video game
man.
question, what would be the achievements? What would you name them, and what would you have to do to get them? So the supermarket is a video game. What are the achievements? I would
All right.
say one of the hidden achievements would be the accidental return to the same aisle that you were on.
That's very long for an achievement name.
The double back
Double up?
achievement. The
double back. That's
double
good.
back.
I'll go with the Explorer. It means you found the food and you
yeah.
didn't have to ask 3 times which aisle is the spaghetti
Very
sauce in.
nice. Very nice.
That's just the shopper, Mike. The shopper knows where to go.
No, but you don't have to ask.
yeah, no. Supermarkets are a place. You talk about single player and multiplayer games. I want the single player supermarket experience. I
Oh,
don't
you
want
do?
I don't want the pressure. I want to
gonna-
be able to just have infinite time because I'll get everything I need if I have 3 hours.
I am always amazed how well these people know their stores.
They do.
Where you're like, yeah, I need I need
Kidney
You know,
beans.
yeah, I need the kidney beans. Oh yeah, go down to aisle 4.
halfway
go
down
about
on your
halfway
left
down.
on the bottom.
Yeah. And you're like, how do you have this entire store memorized?
So
Like,
when
that's
I-
incredible.
When
Take
I
a
was
look about a baby tree height, and that's where the kidney beans are.
when I was
stone's
16
throw.
years old, I got one of my first real jobs at Staples. Maybe you've seen it. It's a office supply superstore.
Is that a brag?
Yeah, huge Staples brag here.
I worked at Office Max for like 2 weeks, bro.
I
know
remember-
what it's about.
I remember the first week that I was there, customers would come up. You had to greet the customer. If you saw a customer and didn't go greet them, you got in trouble. So you always
the
had to
secret
greet
shopper.
them.
He'll get
Yeah,
you.
exactly. So you always had to greet them, and every time they wanted to know where something was. But I didn't know. I was there for a week. I was like, let's go try to find it. And then I was just an escort, an explorer, trying to find it. But after you're there for a little while, and especially you unload a couple trucks, because you're fearful of having those customer questions, I knew where everything was, down to
It's
the
amazing.
yeah, it's really crazy. Here's the thing, getting back to the question. An absolute, I think the biggest win, the high achievement is the express checkout. You know, finding that you found the shortest lane. Because you're
Oh, the
always
shortest lane achievement.
as soon as
Yeah.
you're always trying to pick the shortest lane, but it's like, dang it, I got the slow checkout person, or they're writing a check. The person in front of me is writing a check. or
Is
they're
there
using
any way-
the 80s.
they're using coupons. They're clipping out their coupons, and I picked the wrong aisle. Picking the right aisle, I think, is a huge achievement.
Is there any way that you can not rudely claim a spot in two lines? Is there any way that you could, you know how you're trying to pick
you're like
the line?
standing in the middle, like hedging?
Yeah, it's some way to like get, because you're just playing the odds here. You think you might have the shorter line, but you got the worst cashier. That happens.
Now,
Cashier's
honestly,
twice as slow.
Like, honestly, if they had one line that fed into multiple lines, wouldn't that actually be more efficient?
Always.
There are some places
100% of the time. Well,
But,
not
like-
100% because you have to unload your cart. So it might be a little less efficient because of the next in line cart unloading.
Yeah, so
process.
Owl Borland's bringing up Fry's Electronics, which Fry's Electronics, they are the absolute master of the impulse buy because the impulse
You have a
buy
2.5
section-
mile line to go through where it's all grab.
and it's everything. It's like from a computer printer to chocolate covered peanuts. Everything in the entire store is in that impulse buy section. How do they do it?
Do you want to know the percentage of time that I don't buy something in that?
I know it's 0%.
It is 0%.
I mean, you're a human.
You don't
It's
even
not
go to buy anything. You just go.
I need
just
a
go right to the
battery-powered-
line.
Yeah, I need a new flashlight that fits in my pocket. Yeah.
This
How did
USB
you know?
cord is only $9.99. I probably will need this at some point in time.
There's so many deals. I can't turn them down.
I don't have a. Yeah.
I haven't seen that soda in 20 years. I gotta have it. They have everything. Yeah. So I would
think
say
that's
that
pretty
the
good.
express checkout, if you want one of those hidden achievements, that's when you're in the line and another one opens up. And they say, "Sir, we can take you right here."
All right.
You don't get to
Now-
be in control.
Dude, I don't think they have them anymore. But do you guys remember when they used to have like the automatic coupon dispenser in the aisles? Like it was like a red
Oh, yeah.
machine.
Yeah,
and
that
you would
was
go
super
as a
cool
kid,
as a kid. Yeah.
and you would take it, and then another one would come. There's probably an achievement for emptying one of those.
Yes, for sure. I remember when I was in college, there's never been one of those machines I didn't grab something from. And I have never used anything from them.
No one ever has. Dino from the website. Someone hands
Dino.
Someone hands you a box of everything you've lost in your entire life. What are you most excited to see?
Oh my goodness!
Jason's looking and he's just wondering.
My box
Because
is
Jason's box-
gigantic. My box is an
It's an
aircraft
infinite
shipping
carrier.
container. Yeah.
It's an aircraft carrier. And then I'm not excited to find anything on that because now I've got to go find things. I mean, I've lost more than I've had in my life. Like, I don't know how it's possible, but
I've lost more than I've found.
I have definitely lost more than I've found. I lose everything. I mean, I've got here, for the YouTube watchers, I have a cup full of pins right next to me. These will be gone by the time I go to bed. I don't know where they
used
go.
to be in there.
How many pins used to be in there? Probably 600-700. Everything around me it just disappears.
So would the aircraft carrier be like 500,000 pins, 500,000 pairs of sunglasses, 500,000
There is nothing valuable on that aircraft carrier.
nothing?
I mean, as a conglomerate,
So you haven't lost a wedding ring, you haven't lost anything
Man.
important.
the most expensive thing I could think that I lost were my very nice prescription Ray-Ban sunglasses. The Pacific Ocean decided to swallow those when we were in Santa Monica for a live show.
Now, did you guys in
How many
elementary
wallets? How many wallets would be on that aircraft carrier?
More than
of
two.
Jason's?
More than
Yeah,
two.
I'm just curious how many of Jason's old wallet, because it would more be like you just finding old pictures of yourself in old wallets and like,
I
cash.
just realized what I'd be most excited about. I had an airplane ride as a child, and this is back when we all were wearing hippie sacks. You're wearing the fanny pack because like this was the hotness.
sure, we were all wearing
I
those.
don't remember a time when we were all doing that.
You guys are liars. You know when people were wearing hippie
I remember,
sacks.
yeah. I never
Yeah.
called him a hippie sack. That's
Well, okay. What did you call them?
a fanny pack.
Fanny pack.
Okay, well that's fine. I said it's both. Whatever.
We're
Whatever.
good. We're good. Go on.
But I had one, and this thing was full of I was collecting bottle caps, so I had a bottle cap collection going on there, and I had like some legit Beavis and Butthead trading cards, and I
Bottle-
lost them all because I unbuckled on the airplane, and I forgot to put it back on. So kids, don't take your fanny pack off when you're on the airplane.
Important life lesson there.
You're going to lose it.
Also, the bottle caps make me think you're 174 years old.
I was collecting bottle caps. See,
Was
you
that-
could get a nickel for each one of these caps.
This was last week.
In between games of jacks, he would collect bottle caps.
You guys remember when everyone was wearing fanny packs, right? Last week when it was soups cool.
Yeah, people are wearing them again.
Hey, I've brought this up on the show before, but apparently I would have all my Magic the Gathering cards. I don't know where those went. They'd be back.
That is
I'm sure
true.
my wife threw them out. That's where they went. My wife was like, oh gosh, nerd alert.
Fanny
Garbage
packs. Getting back to fanny packs, which is where we all want to be. Fanny packs are a perfect example of an item that is 100% practical.
100%.
It helps every person that has ever. No one has ever used a fanny pack and been like, "This was a waste of my time." And yet, because of the stigma of wearing a fanny pack, you won't do it.
You want to know the place that I genuinely almost always wear a fanny pack? It's glorious, and I don't care about the
Disney.
shame. Is Disneyland.
Yeah.
Because
because you could do any. There's the fashion rules go completely out the window when you're at Disneyland. It's all about practicality.
Like, to me, the fanny pack, the cash, like who has cash on them in general normal life? But you walk up to that churro stand, you want to just get in and out, throw some dollar bills down, and you gotta, I don't want to shove my pockets full of loose ones and change. That's a fanny pack's job.
Because they have no other. There's no other way to possibly contain and store dollar bills than just crumpling them into your pockets.
That's right. Well, look, my wallet is a cashless wallet. I've got one of those tiny front pocket wallets. I can't put cash in that.
I feel like we could make fanny packs cool.
Because
Well,
they
Mike-
are cool
Like
right now,
if I
man.
had two holsters, but they weren't holsters, they were both fanny packs. That'd be cool, right?
Mike
Wait,
has the coolest fanny pack that I've seen.
You do?
It is disgusting and awesome.
Oh, my
It
belly
is
one?
your belly button fanny pack. On the front of this fanny pack is the picture of his skin tone, just a belly button.
A real hairy,
Yeah.
exposed belly, and I have fooled many people.
That
with
one's
this.
come through for years.
It's
Corey
funny
from,
every time.
Corey from the website, you can spawn one fictional item. What would it be? So you could go Harry Potter's wand.
You
could
got to go magic. It's just, do you go wand or do you go
staff?
Do you go the
could-
lamp? The lamp is
Yeah,
kind
that's
of where
what
I
jumped,
think
that's
I
what jumped
go.
out. I mean,
Ooh.
Because here's the
now
thing.
you have three.
yeah, but you could have a lightsaber, Jason.
The lightsaber
but
would
with
be
the
cool,
lamp,
but
you
you want to know what I could also have with the lamp? A lightsaber plus two other cool things. Here's my problem with the magic wand. The wand is magical, but I am not. So I will
you're a
wave,
muggle.
I will wave around this wand and nothing will happen.
To try to ruin the lamp for you, technically the genie is freed and is not in the lamp. You would be freeing Jafar if you used it. So what lamp? I mean,
I am just getting from any movie,
Just
I'm
a
just
lamp?
getting a genie in the lamp. That's it. It doesn't have to be from specifically Aladdin 1. There are
Okay,
plenty
fair
of
enough.
stories.
Yeah, you ever seen the DuckTales
way to ruin
movie?
it and not find something else. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's so hard to answer these questions and not just go right to lightsaber. It's the coolest possible thing you could ever have.
Yeah, but you
Wish
could
number 1, a purple lightsaber. Wish number 2, a blue lightsaber. Wish number
Yeah,
3,
that's
a
what I
red
mean.
lightsaber.
How about the Starship Enterprise?
Oh man, if it was real.
Are you not thinking big enough, Mike?
But see, this is why the lamp is always best.
Which is
Because
why
that's
I'm
one of
trying
my
to get
three
you away from the
things.
lamp so you
I
can come
know,
up
but
with
the
the
lamp-
actual ideas.
But how could you? I mean, what? So here's the question now: is what are you going to get with your 3 wishes?
I will
if you
create,
can only
I will
wish
summon
for
a fictional item that stops you from getting the lamp. That will be my item.
That's very aggressive.
That's very selfish. I was looking forward to this lamp.
I might
other
get the
fictional
infinity
items.
fridge. That sounds pretty awesome.
Oh, you just made me think of the gauntlet. I mean, give me the Infinity Stones, and I can do just about anything.
Doesn't Doctor Who have like a time travel machine?
I've heard people really like Doctor Who.
People love Doctor Who.
My wife.
Do you guys watch Doctor Who at all? Have you ever seen it?
I've
never
walked through the room when my wife has watched it, and every single time, without question, I've made fun of her like she's wearing a fanny pack. I mean, just unequivocal, looks so stupid every time, but I know it's great. I know.
What's
I
that
have
thing
seen,
called?
It's called a telephone booth.
The Trogdor.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but nerdy. I mean, here's what's crazy.
It's nerdy if you haven't seen it.
Exactly.
And if you've
I was
seen
like,
it's
this
the
is
TARDIS.
so up
it's
my
the TARDIS.
The TARDIS, yes. Oh, look, Trogdor.
Jason literally just talked about all his magic cards.
Magic
and if you
cards,
watch Doctor Who, you're a nerd.
What a
alert.
nerd.
We
Yeah,
are
I mean,
such
the
stupid
reality is I
people.
would love it if I watched it. I've never watched it, so it's so stupid.
Yeah, you would get something from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, Battlestar Galactica is fantastic. I have seen half an
Yes.
episode of
Yes.
Doctor Who in passing, and what I saw on the screen was some of the stupidest stuff I've
That's what
ever
I said.
witnessed in my entire life. I mean, I don't think I could get into it because it's also outdated, not necessarily in story, but like in just like visual effects, where
Some
I
of the
don't know that
older
I could
ones look
start
like-
over.
They look like old Star Trek. Like
That's my problem. Is
Leonard
there's
Nimoy Star Trek.
like 30 seasons, or I mean, like there's an insane amount of them. It's insurmountable. I can't possibly watch them from the beginning, and I can't jump in now. I'm not going to know what's going on.
I really don't think there's very many seasons, Mike.
Oh, I think Mike's right.
There's 12 seasons.
That's a
Just
lot
the
of
new
seasons.
version?
Oh, is there an older one?
I thought so,
Oh.
but
Well,
maybe
see,
I don't know. Maybe
We're
I'm
just
wrong.
three guys talking about a show we've never seen.
Really, really cool, not nerds, talking about Doctor Who.
All right, let's do some drafting.
The Spitballers Draft.
Oh, my favorite color is blue. All other colors are stupid. All right, we are drafting, and Jason has the first pick. Stress relieving activities. So, what things? I mean, this is probably if you're on YouTube, you see my background. It's a very it's like a sunset, and it's very calming. It's spectacular, relaxing. Music could be playing right now. Mike, you've got some music that you could add to the.
Oh,
calming
do you want
effect.
me to figure that out while Jason's getting his
Yes,
pick all set up?
Please.
So, what are some things that are everybody needs this? Some tips.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
stress
look,
relief.
sometimes we're stressed.
There it is.
Here we go.
But every
Everybody hear
now
what's
and
going
then,
on?
we need to play
Oh.
this music. And when we play, you know where you hear this music?
Oh, don't take my pick.
You
Oh,
hear
no.
this music at my first pick. Keep playing that, Mike, because when you go to this spa day and get your massage, oh, this music is playing and you are relaxed, getting rubbed down.
A massage is a great answer.
I mean, the
It's
spa
the number
day
one.
is the best thing you can do. Getting
I
the professional massage.
Boo this man.
That sucks.
Look, my background, I search for like, spa resort waiting areas because there's nothing better than sitting in there. They'll bring you like a mimosa and there's nice music and magazines and you're just waiting in their fancy robe.
Okay, but how many times have you been caught at a massage that didn't end up relaxing because you ended up getting like a deep tissue massage or an uncomfortable massage?
I once, because I got a deep tissue massage
Who
and I
get-
didn't
what?
know.
A
I didn't
deep
know
tissue?
at this point. I did not know at this point how much that hurt. Like you don't know whether you like something, and most
Least
often until you try
relaxing
it.
activities.
Yes, exactly.
A deep tissue massage.
Most
I made
relaxing
that
a
mistake a
massage,
few
least
times.
relaxing a massage. A deep tissue massage is just torture.
And you know how they finish it? They finish the deep tissue massage by saying,
By punching you in the face.
You might have a fever for a day or two, so drink a lot of water.
Well,
That's
this
what
was
they tell
helpful.
you.
No, I'm
I
getting
may
a
have
nice.
gotten you sick over the last hour.
I'm getting a hot stones mixed with a Swedish massage.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. For my pick, then that was a great pick, Jason. It's obviously
It's the clear 101.
it's up there. Now, if it's relaxing enough, it will lead to mine, which is a nap.
Oh, it's on my
Oh,
list.
A
It is
nap
on my list.
Is my
Mike is
first
blown
pick.
away that it's not on his list.
He's still never heard of
No,
one.
it is on my list. But I mean, I thought I was drafting massage / spa day because they're like the 101 is still on the board. But please proceed. Please proceed, Andy, and talk to me about napping.
Well, you see, Mike, it's like nighttime, only during the day. When you need...
No, I get it. When I wake up from a nap, I am refreshed. I get it. You've rebooted. It's the brain. Just like rebooting a computer, it just works better.
Well, and I'm trying to relieve stress. So if
sometimes when you're stressed out, you can't take a nap. Like you can't fall asleep. You just lay there and get more stressed. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. You have 2 picks now, Mike.
All right. So
what is this 101? Because the 101 is a spa day.
Okay, this is not the 101 for Jason, which is sorry, bro.
But I know how much you love.
blast.
I know how much you love a massage day. So I'm blown away that there's something greater than, because I feel like we have mutual respect for a massage spa day.
100%. But to me, it's like a spa day is. I mean, you got to plan it out. You can't just do it whenever you need to relieve stress. It's exercise, man. Like when you feel like crap, when you are in a bad mood, and that's why it's not the one on for Jason. I totally get it.
Darn right.
But
I've been stressed all day about exercising.
But the second you are done exercising, you are going to be stress-free because it is the number one thing. Like
that is the number one lie that I've ever heard on this planet. No, because look, I exercise. I had a personal trainer for a year and a half. I'm riding my spin bike. I'm doing these things. You want to know when I feel the worst is always after exercise. I'm waiting for this, your endorphins.
There's a difference between
man.
stress relieving and feeling bad, though. And Mike's point is that if you exercise, you can actually alleviate stress because you're not thinking about your stress when you're pumping iron or shooting hoops or whatever.
At the beginning of it, you are, but then by the end, you feel much, much better. Like, I guess maybe it's just me.
Yeah, speak for yourself. I'm stressed the whole workout, and then afterwards, I'm stressed, and then I'm
Isn't
just
it stress
sweating.
relieving when you go out and get your butt beat at pickleball?
Yes,
yeah, Jason.
I would say that sports activity is stress relieving to me.
I guess
so
that's
I can at least
different.
relate.
Maybe that's different than exercise. Is that a different answer?
It is. It's definitely like I'll leave that if somebody wants to take that because it's not my number 2 because I'm just a man of practicality these days. And I don't know if either of you guys have experienced this situation when you get to a tipping point, you tilt, and in the right house, it is very known. I do it. My wife does it. It is the rage clean. You see
Cleaning.
the pots and pans out, and you go, that's it, and you just turn into the Hulk, and you start cleaning for 2 hours. Not only do things get cleaned, but by the end of it, you're like, like you feel like you went to war with your entire house.
That is such a funny one, and I will sell my wife down the river on this because we're about to celebrate our 14th wedding anniversary, and I think I've seen her do this. Thank you. Maybe one time in our entire marriage.
Only once?
Well, to this degree is what I'm saying. Like we had this moment. I don't know what the heck happened to her like 2 months ago, but one night, like you know how you have routines. You have routines in your house where like certain things are acceptable. Like socks get left in this place, or something gets set on the counter here. Every day for 15 years, everything's been the exact same. One night, it was what you're saying. Everything annoyed her. Everything that could be left out was one of those things that was like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess, well, I'll just clean this up now. All right, you. And I was like, get out of the way. And she just needed to have the rage clean to calm down. The rage clean is hilarious.
Yes, you need to get out of the way.
Another one Jason does not identify
These
with.
are the
by
worst
the
2
looks
picks
in
I've
his
ever
eyes.
heard in my life. The worst 2 picks. You've literally picked stress-inducing activities. I'm stressed because I need to exercise and clean. Those are the main stress cause. That's like saying you want to know what relieves stress? Doing my job at work. Because it's going to end up paying for my bills, and when my bills are paid off, then I feel good. No, stress. Your job brings stress. This is
you
not
gotta-
stress relieving
Maybe if
activities.
you cleaned and exercised, you wouldn't
Yeah.
be stressed about cleaning and exercising.
Get a good rage clean, man. You'll
Get a
feel
good
so
rage
much better.
Not happening.
Here, you'll identify with this one a little bit better, Jason. My next
Why?
pick.
Because it's actually relaxing?
It would be enjoying an adult beverage.
Okay,
Okay,
there you go.
all right.
Kick your feet up.
Kick your
Sure.
feet up, have a drink.
Okay.
You're grown up.
Yeah, where everybody knows your name.
right. Cheers.
Cheers. That's around the bottle cap collecting era reference right there. So, Jason, you are back on the clock. I doubt you're going
All
to
right,
choose
all
things in the exercise cleaning vein, but you've got a couple picks.
Yeah, I mean, tempting, but I would like to relax. I've got a lot of things here I love. I'm going to stick with my ultimate relaxation. And Mike, you brought this up. You're like, well, you know, you go to the spa, you got to
Right.
plan it. You got to go there. Okay. All right. Maybe that can be stressful. I don't know how you can be stressed at the event, but
Wait, is he going to do an in-home massage now and do massage and massage?
You
with the
darn
two
right.
picks?
No, it's
I feel
close.
like Jason is confusing things that are relaxing versus things that are stress relieving.
No, you're gonna agree with this one, Mike. A bubble bath. We've talked about this.
All
how
right,
we
okay,
all
okay.
are in a
I'll
bubble bath.
allow it.
When you're stressed and you
I like
want
it. Not a lot.
and you want to fill up that tub and just sink
Oh, yeah.
yourself in some
Yes.
warm water, peruse your phone, read a book, have Andy's
Bubble
adult
bath.
beverage, a bubble bath. It's wonderful.
Yeah, you tried to wrap in like 5 or 6 picks when you were saying what you would do in a
You know
bubble
what I
bath.
mean? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I
It's
know,
just-
I know, I
That's
noticed
how I
that.
roll.
I had to
Skirt
shut
the
that down
rules.
quick. He's got
All
a
right.
massage. He's got a bubble bath.
All right.
Manicure, pedicure. You're done.
That's right. Just taking
sign me
care of
up,
the
bro.
body.
Let's go.
I love taking care of the body without exercise. That is my primary
I
driving
like. Yeah, you
force.
said take care of the body. Then you go without exercise.
Without exercise.
All right.
Fat and shredded. So, all right, man, I could go a couple different
Fat.
ways here, but I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to lose out on this. Sometimes when you're stressed and you got stuff going on, I want to veg out. I want to turn on that TV,
Yeah.
on a Netflix
Yeah, all
and
right.
chill.
It's-
You know what I'm
yep.
saying?
Yep.
That's
That's on my list.
There.
All right,
that's-
watching TV. Yeah, it was on my list too.
Yep.
All right. Well, great. Nap, adult beverage. Well, to me, honestly, stress relieving for me is to eat.
It's on my list.
It's certainly on my list.
It's
I
And
mean,
for me, that would be you know, generally when I think about, you know, you've had that, Mike, you talked about the rage cleaning of the house. You also have the days where you and the wife, it's been a stressful day and you both look at each other and you both say Postmates at the same time, or you pull out the tubs of ice cream. That to me is stress
Okay.
relieving.
It's not necessarily the healthiest
No.
of things to do, but
No.
sometimes you eat the feelings.
yeah, they call it eating your stress away for a reason. I mean,
They call
all those people in my head say, eat your stress away.
Ah, that's why Jason has no stress.
Exactly.
All
No.
right. Now, what is insane to me is I guess I'm just being too practical because like literally the first two things that came to my brain, exercise, rage cleaning was not like I thought of that later and was absolutely I got to get rage cleaning, but like meditation, man.
Oh, yeah.
If
Oh, yeah, sure.
you sit down, it's really hard to do. It is really, really hard to do. But meditation, man, if you can get in the habit of sitting down, trying to clear your mind, you can absolutely get that stress out of your life. And just think it away, or don't think it away. I guess, as you would say, you open that third eye up, go explore the universe. Meditation. Andy, have you ever meditated in your life?
certainly have lots of prayer, lots of time.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
in quiet. I haven't explored the universe through my third eye
Oh, man.
anytime in the recent
Astral
history.
plane, bro.
Haven't been to
Gotta
the
check
astral
it out.
plane. I was
fantastic.
wondering if maybe you had a few libations before your most recent meditation session,
Nope,
but
nah, man, you got to be clear-headed.
I have 7 eyes now,
7 eyes.
but I'm going to use my third one here.
My guess: exercise, cleaning, meditation, and one more pick.
Yeah, man, I gotta go with So this is different because one is meditation. I'm going with music, just music in general.
Okay.
You sit down, you listen to music. For me, I sit down and I'll play the guitar. I'll get it out.
Yeah.
You know, I'll rock a little bit.
A rage riff.
A rage riff.
On my acoustic guitar, as much as you can rock on the acoustic guitar. But music, I think, is a great way to get rid of your stress.
Okay. All right. I was very close to my final answer, and I'm changing because something popped into my head that I have done, not as much recently, but in the past when I was feeling stressed. Go for a drive.
Oh,
When I
that's
say
a good
go
one.
for a drive. I've many times in the past just driving. No place I'm trying to go. Just me in the car, probably listening to music, going for a drive.
Okay.
It's not bad. Like a good drive by yourself. I get it, man. You got that infinity gas tank. You can just go forever.
And here I'm surprised here, Andy,
Yes.
because I know that you have been spending a lot of time relaxing up at your cabin. You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
Like,
And how do I get there, Jason?
you take the drive, but I can't imagine that's the relaxing part, right? Like
It is relaxing
to drive to the cabin.
to drive.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
alone. To drive
Just
alone.
a solo drive. I have
Yeah.
not actually
like driving.
done that. I'm sure that would work, but I can't think of a time in my life, and
You've
I know
driven
you.
alone?
Well, no, where I've done that for the purpose
Yes.
of just
Really?
getting out, just relaxing.
Late at
I've
night.
never.
A late at night drive is pretty nice.
Have
You should try it sometime.
I know you've done it, Andy. So you've done it, Mike. You've gone out
Yes.
and just drove around just to clear your head or something.
I certainly have. I mean, because you kind of get all the stuff like music, like I talked about, whatever you want to listen to, or maybe you're just in silence and it's somewhat similar to like watching TV where you turn your brain off.
It's a bit of a zoning out that happens.
and
yeah.
all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, how did I end up here? But yeah, I like a good relaxing drive.
Okay. So now this is me. I'm at the end here.
I like that Jason's like, okay, talk to me about the relaxing drive. The exercise, not so much, but the part where I just sit around and move. I like that
Yeah,
one.
exactly. Because I have done both of those things. I've driven and I've exercised, and one of those I could see being stress relieving, and one of those is the biggest cause of stress in my life. All right. So look, it's obviously different than your pick, but I don't deal with a lot of stress. I've just been naturally, I'm not filled with anxiety. I've had some highs and lows in life, but every now and then, no matter who you are, you deal with stress because of real causes, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's stress in your life, and unplug and watch a TV or go into the spa. That's great, but you're just hiding, So I think I'm going to take my last pick here. I'm going to go with prayer. Spending time in prayer to actually that, because I'm just thinking realistically, like, what would I do if I'm actually stressed?
Sure, exactly.
Step one, massage day, right?
Bubble bath.
But eventually I'll have to deal with my problems and I'll go into prayer. So that's going to be on my list. It should probably be higher, but I'm just getting value here in the forest.
Eventually.
Getting value. So that would be my number.
Well, Jason, if you want the real logic, I mean, prayer's open 24/7. The massage parlor is only open for a certain part of the day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's more of
I
a
can pray before and after, but I can't go to the massage parlor when it's not open. So yeah, you hear me loud and clear.
All right. Well, that draft went many different directions. So there you go. Jason with the massage, bubble bath, watching TV, prayer. I went with a nap, a drink,
I like the Al
some
Borland.
eating, and some driving. And exercise, cleaning, meditation, and music for Mike. Now, Jeremy, Al Borland himself, has thrown out one final answer that he would include, which is to break things.
Just breaking.
Where
stuff.
are you getting the things to break?
And what do you do after it's broken?
And
I guess you
why
get to do
you
another
wanna-
relaxing thing, which is clean.
And should we be
We're not
worried
drafting
about you?
relaxing things. We're drafting most stress relieving.
Yes.
Stress relieving.
And
That's what I
they
said.
do have places that you can just go and just break things.
They do?
You give them, you pay some money.
have-
They give you a ton of glass objects and sledgehammers, and you just break stuff.
Okay, that would be a lot of fun.
That would be super fun.
As long as Limp Bizkit is playing in the background, I'm in on this.
All right, what else you guys got on your list? I had Going to a
I had
cabin.
sports on it. Yeah, coffee shop, books.
Unplugging from electronics for a day.
Oh,
Like sometimes that's the most stress relieving
Sure.
thing is to just stop it. Stop
family
it all.
time. Family time can be very stress relieving
And I had,
as long as you're all unplugged.
now, like I don't pull out the crayons and the paper anymore. But have you guys ever done any of those, like the coloring iPad apps where you're just
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like a color book and you're just
The color by
mindlessly-
number.
Actually,
Yeah.
drawing or
Yeah.
stuff like that is it's the same thing you're talking about, Mike, about getting your brain off of something.
Mhm.
If you're just drawing or coloring or something like that, sure.
The one that I was close to taking at the end was cuddling. Whether it's my kids, animals, our loved ones. Like I love that's just like, I don't know. I'm a big cuddly guy, but like when you have a dog in your lap, when you've got, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
my kids,
I thought about
my
a
kids
dog
will-
on there.
right. My kids will come up and be like, out of the blue, "Hey, you want to cuddle?" That is the best moment in life. We just go, you know, that to me is genuinely one of my best stress relieving moments that I have. I love it.
All right, what did we learn today?
What did we learn today?
I learned that.
Go ahead,
I
Jeff.
learned that Mike's reason for all his stress is that he does not know how to relieve stress. That he goes to exercise and cleaning whenever he's really stressed.
This is
So-
the best thing that I can do.
I learned the exact opposite. I learned that Jason doesn't know the difference between relaxing and stress relieving.
One of Mike's favorite stress relieving activities is to not pay the bills. That's what he said calmed him down. I learned that Fanny Packs might be the most practical object in the known universe, and I need to really rethink my utilization of them.
It's
You're
certainly
not wrong.
the most practical hated item of all time. There's never been something that is more universally disliked that is actually
What about biker
great.
shorts?
That'd be
Biker
on the
shorts
list.
They're like, are they really practical? They're practical for one particular instance of riding a bike.
I also
And
learned
I don't know
that
how
I'm
hated they are.
afraid to have my things around Al Borland. I'm worried that he might break them.
And I learned that Jason's about as tall as a baby fruit tree.
Oh, there you go. That'll do it. Thank you for listening, supporting the podcast. Head over to spitballerspod.com, click the Become a Spitwad button, send us your questions, your conundrums. We'll help you out.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out spitballerspod.com.